Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you another fragrance haul. Before we get started, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for your continued support. I really appreciate all of you. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and activate that notification bell. And without further ado, let's jump right into this haul. In this video, I partnered up with Twisted Lily. Twisted Lily is a great website for niche fragrances. They sell samples of all the niche fragrances out there that you may have wanted to try, and they also have a huge selection. Twisted Lily was also kind enough to send me a coupon code for you guys to use to get 10% off. I will put my link as well as the 10% off code down in the description box below so you guys can use it. This first fragrance was so kindly sent to me by Twisted Lily, and this was the one that I chose. This is Flamenco by Ramon Monago. It comes in this stunning packaging. It has red roses, and makes me think of a flamenco dance where the woman is wearing this beautiful red dress where it's black and it has red roses all over it, just like this. The sleeve comes off to reveal this stunning box. It's a black lacquered box. It looks like a book or jewelry box. It opens up like this. There's a mirror here. You could do your makeup, store your makeup here. Absolutely stunning. It looks so luxe and expensive. There's a pouch with the same design as the sleeve has, with the black and the red roses all around. It's a stunning pattern. It makes me think of flamenco, beautiful passionate dance. This is what the bottle looks like. It's a beautiful red bottle, and the cap opens up like this. It doesn't come all the way off. And this kind of reminds me of those castanettas that the flamenco dancers use. I will go ahead and read the notes. In the top, there's raspberry, apple, violet, and orange blossom. Middle notes are rose, iris, jasmine. Base notes are cedar, cypress, pine tree, and amber. So let's see what this smells like. The atomizer is really nice, a fine mist. I immediately get those juicy raspberries in the very opening. I get a crisp apple, so the opening is very fruity, very fresh, very uplifting, very juicy fruits. And then that beautiful rose just blooms on my skin. And I envision a red rose in full bloom. Just like the passionate dance, just like the red of the bottle. It's definitely not a shy rose. This rose wants to be seen, wants to be heard. A very beautiful, sensual red rose. The rose is very vibrant. It's almost jammy. This is woody, this is fruity, it's aromatic. This is a very well-balanced fragrance. It's very well made. The notes in here come together beautifully. In the dry down, I'm getting that green cypress, pine tree type of scent, and it adds like a really nice green freshness, but it's not an overly green type of dry down. It's just there in the background, mingling beautifully with this rose, with the fruits. The fruits and the rose don't really go away throughout the whole journey of this fragrance. They stay there on your skin, they're present. You get this whole well-rounded olfactory experience with this. There's also the amber, which is resinous, and it just gives a nice depth to this fragrance. So I would say this is a fruity rose amber type of scent. It's absolutely stunning. This fragrance exudes elegance and sensuality. I think of a flamenco dance, which is very sensual, very erotic. I absolutely love this. And I have been wearing this, and I will be wearing this into late fall, winter time. I think this is suitable for spring. It's a perfect transitional fragrance. This will take you from date to night. This might be more of a date night fragrance just because it's so sensual, but you can easily wear this all day. It's not going to offend anyone. You can wear this to the office. It's not an offensive type of scent. There are no sharp edges, no sharpness to this. It's just very smooth, very well blended. The performance on this is great. I get 8+ hours. I get great projection, beautiful sillage. And this is just top notch. This ticks off all the boxes. Thank you so much, Twisted Lily, for sending me this gem of a fragrance. Again, I will put my 10% off discount code in the description box below, as well as my affiliate link. The next fragrance I have here, I have been wanting for quite a bit, but I just couldn't pull the trigger in a full size because I wanted to know first what this smells like and if I'm going to like it. And this is actually a travel spray of Tibet by Tiziana Terenzi. In the top notes, it says green notes and bergamot. Middle notes are peach, floral notes, sand, and coconut. Base notes are musk, cotton candy, vanilla, and woody notes. Of course, this had me at cotton candy. You guys know my obsession with gourmands, with sweets, with anything that smells like cotton candy. I was also intrigued by the combination of the coconut, the fruits, the sand note. I know Tiziana Terenzi does put that sand note in there in quite a few fragrances. And I actually own quite a few of Tiziana Terenzi fragrances, which I really love. Oh, okay. So when I first wore this fragrance, I have to tell you, I was not blown away. I was like, okay, you know, it's meh. I mean, I've smelled this before. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing earth-shattering. This definitely has the Tiziana Terenzi DNA. But I do have to say that the more I wore it, the more I enjoyed it. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I get this fragrance. At first, I couldn't even smell the cotton candy. My nose was blind to it. And I was just getting a mixture of fruits, some woodiness. But I started really, really liking this one. I'm starting to realize it's a great blend and it is unique. I think it unfolds beautifully on my skin. I do pick up that cotton candy note. I even get that warm sand, which is more like a texture than the scent, but it just gives me that perception of a warm sand. I'm thinking of the beach. If I finish this one by the time summer rolls around, I may be getting a full bottle of this. We shall see. This is Tibet by Tiziana Terenzi. This next fragrance is called Gourmand Bacour by Gisette. I heard about this house from Marcy here on YouTube. She did a review of a bunch of fragrances from this house, and she has quite a few of them. And this is one of the ones that she spoke about, and it sounded really good. It's a gourmand, so of course, me and my gourmands, I had to have it. So it comes in this packaging with this pretty colorful parrot. I think the bottle has been changed because on the website, it looks slightly different. The notes in here are top notes are milk, caramel, smoke. Middle notes, more caramel, hinoki incense, leather. Base is toffee and hinoki incense again. It lists 2 types of incense. I'm not sure if this was reformulated, if these are the actual notes, because I am not picking up any incense from this. Now I have to say this fragrance is super duper potent. This is heavy. This will stay in your skin all day long. You have to scrub this off. And if you overspray, this will be too much. It's very sweet. This is basically a caramel bomb. It's caramel, more caramel, and hot milk. So it's as if you took caramel and mixed it with hot milk and put it in front of you. Very lactonic. There's a huge dose of milk in this, as well as the caramel. This is a literal gourmand. There's nothing perfumey about this, if that makes sense. Some fragrances that are gourmand also tend to have a perfume smell to them of some sort. They might have some florals in it. They might have some fruits. Well, this has neither. There are no fruits and no florals. This is a literal gourmand. It's as if I took that milk with a caramel and poured it on my wrist. This is definitely toothache inducing. I do like it, but I have to be careful. I have to go in with 1 spray on each wrist and maybe a spray behind my ear, but that's it. This will be a good one for mixing with fragrances that are not sweet that I have in my collection. They may be just floral, they may be citrusy. This will go nicely with those fragrances that don't have sweetness to them, giving them like a gourmand touch. So I will definitely layer this a lot because on its own, like I said, it is very sweet. I love my caramel. I love lactonic milk notes. I'm all about that life. But this is seriously just too much. Gourmand Bacour by Gisette. This next fragrance I have is called Divine Vanille by Essential Parfums. I'm not sure what I did with the box. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I just have a bottle here. The top notes in this one are cinnamon, clary sage, and black pepper. Middle notes are incense, pomerose, and osmanthus. Base notes are Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, siam benzoin, Texas cedar, patchouli, and musk. This is a warm amber vanilla. It's aromatic. It's a bit spicy. This is essentially a gorgeous vanilla. It's delicious. It's perfect for the cold weather, for fall and winter time. The incense in here is not overwhelming. I'm not a big fan of heavy incense fragrances. They have to be blended in and done just right for me to enjoy them. And this is one of those that I really, really do enjoy. It gives off a bit of a smokiness, like a cozy, smoky vibe. And the incense also adds a touch of mystery to this composition. This is a stunning vanilla fragrance. And this will definitely go into my top vanillas. I just recently did a video on my top vanilla fragrances. I did not have this at the time, but I would include this one if I had. I will put a link to that video down below so you guys can check it out if you haven't already. This is stunning. I'm gonna wear this during the cold months. It's gonna keep me warm, cozy. This is Divine Vanille by Essential Parfums. The next 4 fragrances I'll be talking about were actually sent to me by my dear friend Marcy here on YouTube. I mentioned her when I spoke about Gourmand Bacour by Gisette. She has introduced me to so many wonderful fragrances, and she was so kind to send me these 4 travel sprays of fragrances that I was interested in. Look at how gorgeous these cases are. They're marbleized and they're different colors. Along with these fragrances, Marcy sent me this beautiful card. She was kind enough to write down which fragrance was which. At first I thought I would have to guess, which would be fun as well, but I really appreciate this. Marcy, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for this. Thank you so much. You guys, if you haven't yet checked out Marcy's channel and subscribed to her channel, what are you waiting for? You have to check out Marcy's channel. I'm going to put a link to it down below. She does these great hauls of these fragrances that are new to me that make me want to get them. She describes them so well. She is so sweet, so kind. She has a true passion for fragrances like I do, and of course so many other creators do. I just adore her so much. We have become friends and we really do share a very similar taste in our fragrances. So I'm going to put a link to her channel down below. Please check her out and give her some love. This first white marble case is Accento Overdose from the House of Xerjoff. I was so curious about this one. I did not know if I should get a full bottle. I really wanted to get samples. This one in the top has fruity notes, green accord, and aldehydes. Middle notes are Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, and Bulgarian rose. These notes are eucalyptus and pine. What was scaring me about this fragrance, about buying a full bottle, was the eucalyptus note. Everything else sounded great, but I didn't want this to smell medicinal the way that I know eucalyptus can smell in some fragrances. Let me tell you what this smells like to my nose. So right off the top, I get some aldehydes. These are beautiful aldehydes. These are the kind of aldehydes that I can really get with. I'm not a huge fan of the aldehydes found in Chanel fragrances. This is just so beautiful. It's so smooth. These are the kind of aldehydes that elevate this fragrance. They make it smell luxurious, expensive. Get the florals in here. I can smell that lily of the valley, which I love. I get the jasmine. The rose is not very prominent, but it's there in the background. It's fruity, it's green, it's aromatic, it's sweet. The dry down, that eucalyptus and pine tree, smells earthy rather than medicinal. I'm not getting anything medicinal in this fragrance. Thank goodness. I'm so happy about that because, like I said, that's what held me back. It just smells earthy. Makes this whole composition so interesting. It adds a depth to it. It goes through a journey, which I love. When I enjoy a good fragrance journey. I love the way this reveals itself on my skin. It's such a beautiful composition, and I love the touches of that eucalyptus and pine tree. I am so intrigued. I did not think I would like it this much. This is a very strong like for me, very strong. I will be getting a full bottle when it gets closer to springtime, because I just don't see myself really wearing this in the cold weather. This is one I would wear in the spring and summer. I adore this one. Again, this is Accenta Overdose by Xerjoff. This pink decant is the Chronic by Byron Parfums. So I have the original Chronic, which they have reformulated, and this is that reformulated new version that Marcy sent me, and I wanted to see what the differences were. Notes that I got in these are melon, pear, raspberry, whipped cream, cinnamon, amber. And the original Chronic has cinnamon, pepper, amber, leather, and patchouli. I get the melon, the pear, the raspberry, very fruity, bright opening. I get a creaminess from the whipped cream. And it smells really, really pretty. Performance of this is weak, especially compared to the original Chronic. They smell nothing alike. As this one starts to dry down, it kind of loses its oomph. The beginning is beautiful, the opening is beautiful, and then it kind of just dies down. It blends into nothingness and it just disappears after a while. So I'm not getting the most from this fragrance. I'm so happy to have the original Chronic, and I'm sad they discontinued this. The original is a beast. It stays on my skin all day long. I don't have to reapply it. It's so good. I mean, they smell nothing alike. They're completely different fragrances. This one has this beautiful warm amber. It's sweet. There's a suede-like softness to it. It's absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that I got to try the new one, because I will not be buying a full bottle just because I like the original more. So again, this is the Chronic by Byron Parfums. This black decant is Sweetly Known by Kerosene. I have Unknown Pleasures from this, which I adore, and Marcy adores. We love that fragrance. So I wanted to find out if I would like Sweetly Known. The notes listed in this are burnt match, sugar, vanilla, cacao pod, musk. I get a blast of a spicy ginger, and there's no ginger note listed in here, so I'm not sure if it's just not listed, but I do smell that ginger, and it's very, very strong. It's a very realistic ginger. Then it transforms into this beautifully amazing sweet goodness. There's also that note of cardamom, which gives it even more spice. So it evolves into a sweet ginger cookie that's slightly burnt. It's an addictive gourmand masterpiece. When I had this on, I could not stop smelling it. I told Marcy that I love this. I'm gonna get a full bottle once I'm done with the decant, because it's so good, so addictive, so cozy and warm smelling, especially going into the cold weather. This is definitely a cold weather fragrance, no doubt. Oh, it's so delicious. I think this is another winner from the House of Kerosene, and another one I must have a full bottle of. Again, this is Sweetly Known by Kerosene. This blue decant is a Malibu Party in a Bay by Simone Andreoli. Marcy has talked about this one on her channel. She hauled it during the summertime, and she was saying how fresh, how summery, how good it smells. I'm going to go ahead and read the notes to you. The top notes are lime, green accord, and the middle notes are coconut nectar and sugar. Base, there's rum and sandalwood. And this does smell so good. Oh my God, another winner. This is so delicious. It smells like a drink you would have on a tropical getaway. It smells like pina coladas and rum. It's like being at a beach resort and having mixed rum drinks. You get that freshness from the lime. It's very citrusy at the top, and it stays citrusy throughout the wear. And it's just very uplifting, very fresh, very clean smelling. It smells like a party. It's very playful. It's boozy, it's a gourmand, it's delicious, it's young, carefree. This is a quintessential summer fragrance. I will be getting a full bottle of this once I'm done with this decant. It gets closer to spring and summertime, because I do really enjoy this. This is another one that I cannot get enough of. I keep sniffing my wrist when I have it on. It just smells that delicious, that intoxicating. So I really love this. Malibu Party in the Bay by Simone Andreoli. So that completes my haul. Please let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this haul. If you have any of these, if you want to try any of them, or what you have hauled lately. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon. Take care.